Hi there. So following on from my last video where I covered the importance of knowing and understanding your values, I just wanted to follow on with that with one other point in relation to values, which is really, really critical to our success. And we basically use a model. It's called the values matrix. And what we do is we take the top 10 values that we spoke about in the last video, and we ask ourselves a question for each of the values as to, on a scale of 1 to 10, how we're honoring those values. So 10 being we're completely and utterly honoring the value, and 1 being we're basically not honoring the value. And we do that for each of the values. So for example, if health was a value for you, and I asked you on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you see yourself? And if you said, well, I'd give myself a 4, and we discussed it, and if it came out that maybe the diet wasn't great, or there was drinking too much alcohol, or whatever would be not exercising. So in terms of that, I suppose the level of honoring it is low. Now, again, there's no judgment around that. We just want to see where we're starting at. So we say, okay, you've described what a 4 is for you. So where would you like to get to? That's the next question we ask. So the person might say, I'd love to get to a 7 or an 8. And then we do an exercise and we say, okay, so what does that look like? So you look into the future in terms of what an 8 would look like. So that might be, well, I'm now starting to walk 3 mornings a week, and I'm cutting down on the amount of fatty foods I'm having, or whatever, So essentially what we do is we see what are the steps you need to take that will get you from a 4 up to an 8. And I suppose critically as well, what's the first step that you can take? Because it's also important that we don't try to change too many things at the one time, because then that can result in things being really, really difficult. You might get discouraged, you might get demotivated. So we want to make sure that it's planned, it's incremental, and that we're giving ourselves a great base that we can build on. So a values matrix, following on from the values work that you've done, is an absolutely great model and a great tool to use that will help you to create an action plan of key steps that you can take in each of the values that you've identified that will help you to progress to where you want to be. Really powerful. So I hope that helps.